Don't ask, don't tell.
Not me.
Not me either. I ain't telling, and I ain't asking.
I never would.
But recently there was a judgment that said we have to. A judge said we have to hold off on don't ask, don't tell. That policy needs to be stopped in its tracks for the moment.
Well, Alex, you bring up a good issue, as we were talking before we went on camera, about how a civilian court can have jurisdiction over the military.
Yes, Judge Phillips basically said this is violating the constitutional rights. The don't ask, don't tell policy violates the constitutional rights of homosexuals in the military.
And as anyone who's been in the military will tell you, you have very limited constitutional rights anyway.
So there's a different set of rights for people who are in the military.
There's a different set of rights. I mean, you don't have absolute free speech. You can't tell your officer what you might tell your boss in private business. You can't just go off writing nasty letters to the president.
You can't?
I wouldn't think so. That would be a court-martial offense. And more
court-martial offense.
And more appropriate, unless this law has changed in the Military Code of Justice, adultery remains still a court-martial offense.
You mean if a man or woman cheats on their spouse or has relations with someone who's not married to them and violates the marriage pact, the military can actually prosecute them?
Last I know.
That's amazing.
As far as I know. But what we could do, we could ask any constitutional lawyers out there who handle this sort of thing to email us and let us know.
Right, because the military policy itself is under the purview of the executive branch, right?
That's right.
Okay, so why is it that Judge Phillips there feels that she has the right in the civilian court to start influencing the so-called private rights of military personnel? They're citing Lawrence, the Lawrence case, which said that consenting adults have the right to practice anything that they want to practice in the privacy of their own home. However, military personnel in a barracks, is that a private situation?
Well, we're asking, so somebody please tell us.
I would think it's a public situation. I'm paying for it.
Yeah? Well, I'm glad you're paying for it.
Well, I mean, the taxpayers are paying for it.
Well, I think you personally.
One of the unlucky few.